I'm dyeing my hair. Hi, welcome to another vlog. I got blue. I have blue dye in my hair, and I didn't wear any gloves, so my hands will probably be blue for the whole week. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, so while this has been marinating, my kiln is cooling down for the glaze fire, so that's cool. And I've just been editing a few Posca doodles. I am not the greatest at editing stuff. I wish I had any type of stylus, but that's okay. For now, I think I'm making it work. I'm gonna show you guys. So, let's see. Here's the things I've done so far. Posterized, vibrancy, and I'm using Affinity Photo. Let's zoom in on this guy. And it's so cute. So I've just been going over some of the spots that are of the color of the paper. Do I have the doodle around? It might still be in my scanner. But yeah, so I've just been, you know, kind of cleaning it up a little bit, going around it, and then we'll turn this little guy into a sticker. It'll be cute, because Bulbasaur is my favorite. But yeah, I guess I'll go rinse this out. Okay, so I'm really happy with my new hair color. I was FaceTiming my mom, and she's just like, you missed a spot. Of course I did, because I'm a little bit careless, as you guys probably all saw when I dye my hair, because since my hair is curly, especially since I'm not going anywhere for a while, I was just like, so what if it stains? But it stained a lot, and I missed just this one spot towards the middle. I can't see it, but I think you guys can. There's some pink that I missed, but that's okay. I'll just get it next time. So, didn't really do too much today other than coloring my hair. My kiln is still too hot. It's 6:30 now. But I did want to show you guys this mug I got. Yeah. So as you can see, I think it's a decal. Oh, I know this is a decal. These must be decals as well. The gold with the flowers. And I'm really happy with this mug. It's from K Watrous. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't, but yeah, there you go. You can see it right there. I'll put a link to their shop down below. It looks like they do a lot of pop culture decals, people from pop culture decals onto mugs, which is cool. I enjoy it. And I don't know, it was a really good mug. It's comfy, solid, smaller, which I know everyone always wants a big mug, but this is actually pretty great for me for like a cup of coffee, because I know I will finish this cup of coffee and my last sip will still be warm because I'm a slow sipper. So really nice mug. My only thing was when I opened the box and I saw that it was only like one sheet of bubble wrap, I know it was my own anxiety projecting, but when I saw that, I was just like, oh no, I'm so glad it survived, because it very well could have gotten busted pretty easily. So I'm really happy it didn't, but I've packaged mugs like that before, and I've seen them ruined, which is why I now always double box. If you guys would like to see a video on how I package mugs, just let me know. I feel like there's enough info out there, but never hurts to have more, right? So yeah, I think for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna photograph. Yeah, I have some trays to photograph. I guess that's what I'll do. Photograph those, finish editing some stuff, and see if I can start ordering some stickers, or at least uploading them. And take a pretty chill rest of my day. So it's the next day. I was able to clean a little bit, and it felt really nice just to like sort out some things. It's still not done, but I was able to clean up enough. I was able to clean just enough to have a new space for some of my pots, and it just feels nice to be on a good start cleaning. I need to tweak some things around on my website because I definitely want to add a shipping notice, because things are changing every day in terms of what countries are closing, what countries are taking a whole lot longer, because I do offer international shipping. So I do want to put a note about that, and then also a note about, I don't know, just like safety procedures, I guess. I'm sorry. On behalf of all Americans to the rest of the world, I'm sorry, because we stink at this. Not all countries are accepting packages from USA, which is fine. Totally understand. We're sucking eggs at this whole social distancing thing, and unfortunately, we will probably be in all the history books as the example of what not to do. On lighter news, I was able to play Animal Crossing a bit this morning, and I feel like now that all the pre-orders are done, I have more leisure time, and I'm like playing catch up a little bit. I don't time hop, but I have thought about it, not for money, but for cherry blossom stuff, because I did not get any but one recipe, and I'm still really sad about that. I thought that the cherry blossom event will go longer than the bunny day event, so I focused on the bunny day event, and I got all the eggs, got all the things, but the cherry blossom event ended right before the bunny day ended, and I was like, no! So now I have all these cherry blossom petals and no recipes, and I really wanted that bag and the light, like the lantern. It would have been so cute. I always like to check my turnip prices, even if I'm not selling, just to get an idea. Even though it's like random, I don't know, it's a thing I do, and now I even keep track of it in my bullet journal. I just like write down the two prices. And I've already sold my turnips to on someone else's island, but let me tell you, it was so stressful. They were at like 600 some odd bells, so of course everyone in the Facebook group was like, oh my gosh, I want to come. So they were only letting on 3 at a time, but it was still stressful because you know how Animal Crossing will like block your activity anytime someone's coming or going, so it takes a lot longer than I think it should to like sell some turnips on someone else's island, because everyone has to wait for everyone to come and go. And it's a process. So I don't think I'm going to be doing the turnip exchange too much, because that's a lot of stress, and I'm not playing this game for the stress. Yeah, it's cute. I really love this game, and it's evident in the work that I've been making. So I guess I will keep photographing these lovelies. Oh, you guys can see. Yeah, so that's what I ended up doing with this shelf. And these are things I reach for fairly often, especially this one is earrings and pins. And then the rest of these I'll probably stock somewhere else. This pin I still have to take out of the package. I don't want to yet. I don't know. But yeah, so. Yay, space. Okay, so normally I do gel, but I haven't done my nails in so long. And when I do the gel, I like to sand and take my time. And I don't want to take that long of a time to do my nails. I'm only going to paint one hand because I was holding this in a picture and I was like, oh my gosh, my fingernails look sickly. So I'm gonna paint my left hand so that way when I hold things in these photos, I don't have sickly looking fingernails. Yay! Okay, so today is the day that I update my shop. I was up late editing up until about 11 o'clock last night. And as I was editing, I realized some things need to be rephotographed. When I was doing the overhead shot, I think the settings were off. I probably should have had a lower shutter speed. Cause I always do a 2-second delay on my shutter speed because it is already so slow, but that's how you get a nice crisp picture using a tripod, a low shutter speed, and a lot of light. That's how you get a really nice picture. So I think, oh yeah, also a low ISO. But my pictures, the white balance was off, and the colors just weren't right. So I think I need to reshoot those. I might do them not overhead, but straight on and just hold them like I do, like just hold it up for the camera. So I might do that, but I'm not gonna do that until after I finish putting all the listings in here. I'm hoping it won't take long because it's already like 10:30. So, meh. Yeah, I'm gonna update the listings before I rephotograph them. I might even just like put the pictures that I have because they're not terrible, but they're not great. So, yeah, just gonna be updating my shop. Yeah, I forgot that I had one more thing to add to the shop. It's 3/14 and I've gotten 3 orders, so that's cool. But I forgot to add the print. And prints are something that I don't worry about too much, just because I can always keep them in stock. They're not gonna run out of stock. They're really nice to have in the shop. Whereas ceramics, like the Sky Present mugs that I made, I only made 2. And I really probably should have made more, but it's always hard to know. Like, what do people want? But then there's the whole thing of, if I take in pre-orders, it causes me stress because I know people are waiting. If I make them ahead of time and do the sale, they can sell out or no one buys them and I don't know. So I only really, whenever I put in a lot of time in a mug, I really only ever make like 1, 3 at the most, and if it's really popular, I might do it again. That's the approach that I've taken. Okay, so I'm gonna step away for a little bit. Glad it's over, updating this. And then I'm going to epoxy the backs. So I score the backs, and then I use E6000. I keep trying to find a better glue because sometimes the adhesion is super great, and then other times I can pop them off, which is really annoying, and I don't like the uncertainty. If you have any recommendations in terms of gluing these backs to a ceramic thing, let me know. Anyways, gonna have lunch, and then I'll do this while I try not to stress about my shop and sales and stuff. So, quarantine food. It has been interesting. I don't know why I feel like talking about it, but I do. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I make pottery for a living. Of course, I love food. I think most potters do. In fact, potlucks are a huge thing in the ceramics community. So if you've ever taken a pottery class and had a potluck for your final, let me know in the comments because all of my finals were potlucks. But yeah, so on the topic of quarantine food, I've been making a lot more food in terms of cooking at home, a lot more frequently, obviously. And it's been interesting and nice, honestly. And I've lost about 8 pounds and I'm not eating healthier. You know what I mean? But I am eating a lot less fast food, and even the fast food that I make from like freezer bags, like these chicken nuggets, like I eat that for lunch maybe like 3 times a week. And I guess that must still be healthier. I don't know. But I'm here for losing weight and I haven't been playing Just Dance like I normally do. And I don't know, I feel like it's all about those pre-orders. But since that's out of the way, I feel like I can start to build a routine for when I'm home and my husband's home and clean and stuff. Oh, that's Moose. But like, it's just been nicer to cook, and I've been cooking more meals from home, and I think a lot of people are. So it's nice. And I've been looking for recipes, and my friend started this recipe exchange. So I don't know exactly how it works or when it's gonna start, but she asked for my email address to be added in. So I'm assuming we're all going to email each other recipes at some point. Hopefully that works out. Hi, buddy, 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 buddy. You're just so cute. Did you have fun outside? Yeah. So I know with these, oh, that was a bubble, texture helps for it to stick, which is why I left the texture of the canvas on the newer ones that I've made. The ones without the texture, I wasn't planning on turning into pins, but I was just like, I can at least score it, you know? Just to keep my mind busy while I wait for my lunch. I don't even know if it's lunchtime. It's like 4, almost 4:30, and I haven't eaten lunch. Last thing I ate was a breakfast sandwich. Pretty big breakfast sandwich, actually. I'm now realizing that I did not list the mushrooms and I did like 2 pins of Patches, the Animal Crossing villager, because it's a really cute bear. Mostly because the pictures of it came out really bad. But I don't know if I included it in my sneak peek gallery. I checked my Instagram right after finishing talking to you guys, and someone on my Instagram had said, oh, where's this little guy? And it was talking about a little pinch pot. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. I forgot to list this one. So now I'm thinking, oh gosh, there's probably 1 or 2 other things that I showed in that gallery that are not on my website. But I don't know, I just need a break from looking at that stuff, because I've been looking at it literally all day yesterday, like editing photos and all that fun stuff. And then, ooh, that one got on my finger. editing photos for like 5 or 6 hours, and then all day today from, when did I start? Like around 10 to, it is now 4:30ish, so another 6 hours of that sort of stuff. So I just need a break from looking at the screen at my computer. And these need to be done anyways. I don't really sell too many pins, but I still like it. And I don't know if ceramic / clay pins will ever pick up or take off. I've seen other illustrators who don't normally do ceramics make like polymer clay pins. So I feel like handmade pins might have their moment. I collect enamel pins, and I still want to design some enamel pins, but don't know when that will happen. So for now, it'll just be these ceramic ones. And the thing with ceramic pins is like I'm making each individual pin by hand and trying to keep them around the same price as enamel pins, even though enamel pins you design once and then you get them manufactured. So that always, I don't know, the price discrepancy, it's something that I think about whenever I make these pins. So like the patches one, it required a lot more time than any of these. So it's going to be more expensive. The same thing with the mushroom. The mushroom's probably going to be closer to 18. But like, I don't know if people are willing to pay that for a small ceramic handmade pin. Should I be calling them brooches? Maybe. Maybe brooches are a better term. Here it is. Here's patches. The more I play the game, the more I'm like, oh, should I be picky about my villagers? I don't know. I did invite Vladimir to my island. I was like, oh snap, a pink bear. It's really cute. And then he talks and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this deep voice? So I thought he was kind of hilarious. So he's hopefully going to be moving into my island. I don't know. I haven't said no to anyone. Although Colton, the horse, randomly moved in and I was just like, excuse me, who are you? I don't know if I like him, but his house is pink and his door is yellow, so I really like that about him. I don't know. I don't let it stress me out. Ooh. There we go. Let's see. Are there any other ones while my lunch is cooking? You have a back. Ooh, you need one. This one just says I love cheese, but it's like not even that cute. Whatever. I'll put a pin on that. And this was the first one where I wrote feeling weird instead of weird feels. And then after I wrote this, I was like, this is too many letters to write. Because these were actually, okay, true story. These were actually made over a year ago. These flat discs, and they had nothing on them. So they were bone dry, like super, 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 super dry. So because they didn't have anything on them, I was just like, let me just do something super quick on those and on the confetti ones, these guys. Let me just do something quick on them to fill my kiln, because I needed to fill up some spaces and it'd be nice to, you know, get these things out of the way that have been sitting in my studio for literally years. So I just I just wrote weird feels on them. I have one more place to check to see if I have any other pins that I've been waiting for backs. Let's see. This is where I keep the free dice. These all have pins, packings. Yep. Cool. Oh, hello, little gummy bear. What is it, bud? I think these new backs are too big for the gummy bear. Yeah, that's too big. I guess these will stick with the small ones, and I still have some small ones left. Although I think the rest of the gummy bears, I want them to be earrings instead. So I think that's it for now.